People talk about goal setting, people talk about ideas, people talking about seeing it to believe it. There's a lot of thought, a lot of aiming, a lot of planning. And I'm going to tell you that I'm tired of hearing this stuff. When I think about goals, when I think about setting goals, you hear online or well-known business coaches, self-help books. A lot of it's about goal setting. Set goals, think about your goals, plan your goals. And you guys know that how I feel about ideas. I feel the same way about goals as I feel about ideas. Ideas are, yes, they're important. Yes, goals are important. Yes, you should have a direction that you are rowing your boat. But I feel like the world out there now, we have a bunch of people who are 80% goals, 80% ideas, and 20% systems and 20% execution. And in my opinion, that is just not a way to become successful. It's not a way to generate wealth, and it's not a way to differentiate yourself. Everybody reads self-help books. Everybody can sit in their study and write. Everybody can go to the library and read. Everybody can think about things and talk about things and tweet about things. How many people are out there actually doing it? So I'm really tired of this goal-setting culture, this big idea culture, where everybody's just running around aiming, talking, goal setting, idea generating, when you have to realize that an idea is less than 1% of what makes you successful. A goal is nothing to you. It's a lot of people who believe in the secret mentality of if you envision it, it will happen. If you have these dreams, if you have these goals and you think about them, they will happen to you. That is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. That is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. I know a lot of people who are not good at business. They're not good. Frankly, they're not good at life, but they have a lot of big goals. I'll tell you something. Goal setting is worthless. Forget about it. Spend 1% of your energy on goal setting and idea generation. The way that you win, the way that you build wealth, the way that you build good habits, the way that you become successful is through systems and execution. And the little choices all day long that impact how you're spending your time, what you are working towards, who you are talking to, what you're selling, what you're buying. It's all about adding value. It's all about getting out there and doing something. Everybody's got the goal to lose 20 pounds, but unless you're willing to work towards that for 8 months, 10 months, 12 months, it does not matter. It's execution. It's taking little bitty steps every single day to accomplish something. Everybody wants it all right now. Everybody's got these big goals, the dreams, the plans, the ideas, but the people that win are the ones that put their feet one foot in front of the other every single day. They get to work, they do it, they execute. It's all about execution. That's why I'm not afraid to share my ideas on the internet. I'm not afraid to tweet exactly how I plan to build this self-storage portfolio, to talk about all the ways I think that we have a competitive advantage in business and the ways to win. Because the truth of it is, and I know it, the truth of it is that 99.99% of people cannot execute. They're not willing to execute. Because it's really easy for me to tweet about what I want to do and talk about what I'm doing. It's another thing to actually do it. The factors are different in every single situation. For me, looking at a different building in a different situation with a different amount of capital, with a different strategy, with a different plan in a different neighborhood, these factors add up. You have to be able to make decisions as you go. And if you cannot make good decisions, if you can't trust those decisions, and if you can't execute on those decisions and make a good, solid plan, you're going to lose. Plain and simple. So, where am I going with all this? I'm going to say, stop setting goals. I'm going to say, stop watching these videos. I'm going to say, stop reading and tweeting and aiming and get out there and execute. Get out there and do something. Put some systems in place in your life. Put some systems in place. Instead of just talking about it, do the work, the stuff that's not fun. And that's the difference. That's the difference here. It's really fun to set goals. It's really fun to dream big. It's really fun to have new ideas. It's fun to brainstorm. Everybody can do it. Everybody can do that really well. Set goals, make plans. It's not fun to execute. It's not always fun. When we started our service business back in 2011, when we were in the idea stage, the early stages, we were making big progress. The first couple months were really fun. It was fun. We had big dreams. We couldn't stop talking about all of our plans, our goals, the future. We had all these ideas. That was really fun. What wasn't fun is 6 months in, at 3 a.m, answering customer service emails, getting up in the morning, driving a truck all day, laboring until my hands had blisters all over them, and I was too sore in my lower back to even sleep a wink at night. That's when, of course, it wasn't fun anymore, and that's when, of course, most people would have given up. But here I am 10 years later, having built something. And am I a spectacular person? Absolutely not. Am I smarter than the next guy? No. Did I do a lot of things incredibly well? No. I made a ton of mistakes. I am looking back on some of the decisions we made, some of the places we invested, the activities that we took part in. Most of it was stupid. I'm convinced that it's all about putting yourself in the game and actually executing. There's so few people that are willing to execute. There's so few people that are willing to put one foot in front of the other and do the hard work for a long time. Everybody wants to get rich quick. That's another problem. They got these big goals, they got these big dreams, and they don't understand that everybody who's successful, well, let's say 99% of people, are not an overnight success. They're not an overnight success. They worked hard and they did the stuff that wasn't fun for a long time. They executed. They put the systems in place in their lives to be really efficient, to be really productive, and to win, period. That's it. But everybody wants to talk about how to get rich quick, how to lose 10 pounds in a month. My wife's a dietitian. She sees it every day. She sees people do these fad diets and cripple their metabolism because they want it all now. They're not willing to put the systems in place in their lifestyle to be healthy. They're not willing to put the systems in place in their lifestyle to have a long-term plan, a 5-year plan to lose weight. They want to lose 5 pounds in the first week. They don't want to lose a half pound a week for 50 weeks to lose 25 pounds. They don't want to do that. Just like a business owner doesn't want to make a plan, set a goal, and then work on it for 5 years to get wealthy. That's how long it takes. So take from this whatever you please. I appreciate you following along, and I know that now I'm in a position where I kind of just sit back and talk and have a lot of ideas. But you guys got to understand that 90% of my effort, 90% of the things I'm doing is just executing. I'm just doing it. I'm making it happen. It's really easy for me to talk about my self-storage deals and talk about the big grand plans to buy this many storage facilities or do this and that. But guys, on a day-to-day basis, we're executing. We are hiring people to do the work. We are doing it ourselves. I am calling brokers. I am negotiating deals. I am on the road to drive to facilities. I am busting it because it's all fun until it becomes work, and that's stuff that nobody else is willing to do. Now, the bright side of all this, the amazing thing about all this is that you're at a huge advantage if you just put yourselves in the game. I'm convinced that 50% of success in life is just putting yourself in the game and being willing to take the risk and executing. The rest of it's tailwinds in your market, the activities that you choose to take part in, obviously, all this stuff matters. But so many people aren't willing to do it. So you're at a huge advantage if you are. The odds of success are big if you're willing to make a 5-year plan and actually execute, not just set the goal and then stop there. If you're willing to execute, if you're willing to create systems, if you're willing to build a business, your life, whatever it is, you can do really, really well because nobody wants to do this stuff. Just like nobody wants to go see my wife who works as a dietitian. Nobody wants to go see her and have her tell her that, hey, our goal should be half a pound a week for 50 weeks, and you're gonna have to work really hard to build a lifestyle that's gonna last 20 years because you wanna be healthy 20 years from now. You don't wanna just lose all this weight and gain it right back and lose all this weight and gain it right back and lose all this weight and gain it right back. Does that sound familiar? It sounds just like the entrepreneur who wants to start this business and get rich, start this business and get rich. They're constantly bouncing from idea to idea to idea to idea, never sticking it out and never going through with it. So if you can put one foot in front of the other, if you can build that healthy lifestyle, if you can build that sustainable business by executing and putting in systems, you're going to win. You're going to be at a huge advantage, and you're going to have everything that you could ever want 10 years from now, 20 years from now. You might not want to hear me say that, but you're going to need to work hard for a long time and make little bitty decisions every day, putting systems and habits in place in your business, in your life, that are going to get you to where you want to be. That's what I did, and that's what most of the wealthy people that I know They did. They're not just idea people. They're not big goal setting people. They're executors. They're doers. They do it. They go and they get it. So turn off your computer, shut your computer screen, and get to work.